say you're very welcome. This is a great network of leaders, and we're just going to be telling you more information about us. My name is Ruth Gidenji. I am a member of this great organization, and it's just my privilege and my honor to facilitate this session for today. And so getting straight into it, I just want to welcome everybody and just to set a few ground rules as we begin this session. I can see some of us have our videos on, others don't have our videos on, but it is well. I just wanted to mention that please remember to stay muted unless you're contributing. So just stay on mute. And then if you're experiencing slow disconnection, it's okay. You can just mute your video. It's fine. Yeah. And then anytime that you need to speak up, kindly just put on your video. We would like to see your face. We would like to just see who is talking to us. And so even as we continue, please go ahead and put your comments on the chat box. Karibuni sana. Okay, somebody says, Michael, I get, you're saying that you cannot hear me. So can I get another person who is a witness, or so that we can confirm whether it's on Michael's side?
You are audible, Ruth. We can hear you.
Thank you very much. Yes, I can see Tabitha, you've raised your hand. Okay, fine. So Michael, maybe you would just try and see if it's possible that you can log out, then log in. Yeah, it could be an issue with your gadget, but karibuni sana. Okay, yes, thank you for that confirmation. Yes, thank you, Teresia. Thank you, Michael. Oh, yes, I wanted to mention and say that you're welcome to continue putting your comments in the chat. Even as we continue, let us engage. We are going to be reading out the comments that you're going to put in the comment section. So, yes, this is a session which we call an information session. And we acknowledge that we have very many people who are here for the first time. We acknowledge that you have registered for this great session. We have the masterclass that is about to start. And so, yeah, so basically this is an information session. It's just, we're just supposed to tell you what we are about and what it is that you're about to embark on for the next 12 weeks. Okay. So getting into it, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very, Tabitha, I can see your hand is up. Yes, it's, we're just going to go straight into it just to understand who this GLN is. That is an acronym for Generational Leadership Network. And this is an organization that trains leaders. You can see our vision there, where we are a generational thinker. We are purpose-centered, vision-driven, and we think about every leader in every home, organization, and country. We also have our mission there, as you can see it from the screen that we have shared. So we equip and transform leaders globally with contemporary leadership skills, knowledge, and attitudes to achieve their full potential. So we are going to be using GLN a lot. So I think it was very important for us to understand who the leader, the GLN acronym means. So yeah, those are our core services. We do leadership development. And I know this is why you have applied for this program that you're going to be embarking on for the next 12 weeks. There is policy and strategy formulation. We also do performance enhancement. I know you saw the team building, the video that we started with, very interesting and very informative. We do organizational evaluation, board evaluation, and then community empowerment. Those are some of the things that are our core services as GLN. Yes, we have a slogan that we always say, that we think global, we lead local to transform the world. So it has to start from how you think. And then you start from where you are. And then from that point, you're able to transform the world. Okay, so yeah, as I had said earlier, we need to interact in the chat section. So please tell us your name, your profession, and yeah, where you're joining us from. And that is your location, your country, your county. We acknowledge that we have people who are not from this country. And yeah, we'd like to hear from you. So go ahead. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Tabitha. I got your confirmation. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so go ahead. Our interactions are going to be on the chat, maybe until later when probably we may need somebody to say something. So just go ahead, tell us about yourself, tell us your name, yeah, what you do, and where you're joining us from. So we'd like to hear from you, and we'll be glad to interact and give you more information. Okay, so as we continue, we have some expectations, I'm sure, especially the people who have registered. You have expectations that you shared with us. And these are just, I'm just going to sample a few. As you can see, we have somebody said that they would want to get empowered with leadership skills, a good expectation there. Someone else said they want to attain leadership skills, knowledge, and network with other leaders. Very important. And this is where you find it's a network. Yeah. And we are all leaders as we shall learn. I also want to acknowledge the presence of our alumni. I know I have seen a few. So yes, I have seen a few alumni and I can see your chats. Thank you very much, Grace. Yeah, so another expectation, as I'm sampling just a few, is we want to learn the various leadership skills and become an equipped leader. Very important, very important. Being equipped is a key thing in leadership. Yeah, it's one thing to lead, it's another thing to lead with knowledge. Let me read another one. The second last one, to learn the best. To learn from the best. Oh yeah, this is good. To learn from the best and share best practices in leadership. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you're in the right place. You are in the right place. You're in the right place. Let me sample a few. Oh yeah, I like this one. Somebody wants to sharpen their skills. Amazing. Yes, that's why we are all here. We have iron, and iron will sharpen iron. Oh, wow. Somebody wants to be a leader of generational impact. This is amazing. You know, it's not leadership until it goes to the next generation. Okay, these are amazing expectations. I like this one, to be a transformative leader. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah. You lead to transform. Yeah. So we don't lead for the sake of it. We lead to transform. Oh, wow. Okay. This is, oh, it's mind-boggling. Okay. So these are all your expectations. I'm just sampling a few. And I like this one. Somebody says that they want to grab quality communication and administration skills. Yes. Oh, that is amazing. Somebody wants to scale up their leadership skills, to learn, relearn, and unlearn where necessary. Wow, this is good. This is good. Yes, yeah, and I'm sure, especially for the alumni who have been here, you've had those sessions of unlearning a lot. And yes, we're going to be hearing testimonials from the alumni. They will tell us what they have unlearned and what they have relearned and what they have learned. Okay, so just maybe two more expectations. I'm going to read. Oh, wow. Let me read this one. To brainstorm with fellow leadership enthusiasts on how to tackle different challenges, especially when dealing with employees in the job market. Amazing, amazing. Yes, if this expectation is met, the marketplace is going to be a different place. So maybe just one more, and then we can move on. So this person says that they want to Oh, acquire management skills to apply in my new role. Oh my God, this is amazing. I think this course just came at the right time for you. Yes. And you know, sometimes the way you go through some sessions and then you're thinking, I wish I knew this earlier. You know, you've already been a leader for 10 years and you're wondering, where was this course? So happy for you, for the person who raised this expectation. And your new role, I can promise you, after this, it's going to be different. Okay, so those are your expectations. There are many, unfortunately, because of time, we cannot be able to go through all of them, but we will tell you our expectations. So we would wish that we align a personal corporate mission and vision, and then we want to appreciate a pivotal role of leadership in driving transformation. Yes, we want to understand the 5 C's and the 6 E's. I mean, these are the core principles of leadership. Of course, I'm not going to be teaching, but this is what you're going to be learning. Yes, we want our skills to be enhanced for transformational leadership. We actually really believe in transformational leadership. And yes, solution-driven leadership. This is very critical. Yes, we want to see solutions in our culture. This is very good for Africans. We need to inspire a culture of reading and research. We need to change the narrative of the Africans. And then we wish that you appreciate networking and collaboration. We strongly believe in collaboration. Our chairman will be telling us more about that. Yeah, without collaboration, I don't think we are going to have growth. So this is the expectations. And even as I'm reading the expectations, I can see a lot of interaction from the chat. Oh, yes, the chat is just, yeah. Thank you, Teresia Mwangi. Oh, wow. You're welcome. Teresia Mwangi. Yes, we can see your expectation, to be equipped in leadership and apply it in church leadership. Amazing. Oh, yeah, we need this in church leadership so that we don't have another Shakahola. Yeah, Michael Wahome. Oh, Equity Bank from Embu. You're welcome. Welcome, Michael. Tabitha Matekwa. Oh, yes, that is an alumni. Welcome, Tabitha. Jacqueline Dana. You're a teacher by profession. Amazing. And you are from, hey, Equity Bank is just breaking the charts here. Equity Bank, Muranga, karibu Jacqueline. You're very much welcome. Then we have alumni here, very own Grace Duku. We call her Grace Karaoke. Yes. She's joining us from Nyeri. This is amazing. Michael, you're a pastor from Ukunda, Mombasa. Karibu sana mchungaji. You're very welcome. We can see that, Doreen from Laikipia, Equity Laikipia. Welcome, Doreen. Okay. We are represented from every county. Yeah, Tabitha from Kiambu. Welcome. Harrison, an engineer, Nairobi. Welcome, Harrison. And we have Elise from Rwanda. This is one of our alumni. We are going to be hearing from him. Yes, welcome, Elise. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for your interactions. Yes, Teresia Nganga. Okay, we see your expectation. This is good to gain knowledge on how to transform our country. Amazing. Yes, we need the transformation. Okay, so that is so good. The expectations are amazing, and thank you for telling us where you're getting us from. We are happy that our impact is reaching not only in Kenya, not only Nairobi and the other counties, but also outside Kenya. Okay, so I will introduce our chairman, the CEO and the founder of Generational Leadership Network. I'm sure some of us have seen the books, some of us have read his books, so it is that time. when you get to just hear from him. So briefly, before he takes over, Winfred, yes, okay, you're a quality assurance analyst intern. Oh, wow, from Nairobi. You're very welcome, Winfred, very welcome. Very welcome. We have everybody from all professions and all walks of life. So this is a network. Yeah, it's really a network. And we are generational. You will understand why we keep mentioning that name. Okay, so without further ado, we would want to welcome Mr. Joseph Kerry Mburu, our amazing chairman. I'd like you to, in your reactions, put the claps, the thumbs up, just put those emojis just to welcome our chairman as he just comes to introduce himself briefly. Yes, and then he'll be back later. But for now, just for the sake of seeing the voice behind the picture.
Wow, thank you so much, Ruth. And leaders, greetings to you all leaders. It's a pleasure. Really looking forward for this day for quite some time. And here we are. So excited just to be able to connect with you. There are decisions that are life-transforming decisions. And I can assure you this is one of them. We've had people in this program that have undertaken so many programs, but when they get to this masterclass, it actually triggers something new in them. And we are looking forward to that. Really want to appreciate you for making this decision. And it will be a journey that will be somehow very reflective, as I'll be unpacking it later on. But I just want to say that even as we get to this discussion, it's good just to appreciate that leadership is not just about what I do, but what I can inspire and encourage others to do. Those are some of the issues that will be very important for us. And for a leader, the first step in becoming a better leader is becoming a better self. It's becoming a better version of myself. And this masterclass will really help us just to look at ourselves more. You may not be the president, you may not be the CEO of a corporate or the CEO of an NGO or a CBO, but you are a leader somewhere. And you can make that space a great space and make that space a better space. Yeah. So as a leader, it starts with me and it starts with my space. That's where our slogan comes in handy, that we need to think global, have the big picture, but again, appreciate to be able to start from where you are. A place, when I grow as a leader, I lift the lead of my people, and I also lift the lead of my organization. So as we walk together in this journey, we believe that any high-performing leader is a leader that is very careful on issues of personal development. They are always on a constant mode of growth. This is what really sets them apart. And growing leaders, they help their team to be able to focus on results. And what happens at the end of the day, you realize they're able to achieve high performance and also high return. And they create a conducive environment for people to work and live. And this is what we shall be discussing in the course of this masterclass. And I'm sure as we hear from our alumni, it's a life-transforming journey. And it's a journey that most of us, when we go through this, sometimes I hear most alumni saying, I wish I had gone through this 20 years down the line. But our 20 year starts today. Therefore, I want to say, welcome, leaders. Let's work together. After this, we'll be able to engage more, even as we start this journey together. Thank you so much, and looking forward for further engagements in the course of the session.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Chairman. We appreciate. Thank you for welcoming us. Yes, we feel at home. Okay, so we want to get to that time where we will get a few people to tell us how GLN has transformed their lives. And yeah, just in case you've joined us and you're still not convinced that this is a course that you should take, I think by the time these people are done, you should have gotten something. that he should have gotten something that that has happened to them that you will consider. Yes, if it can happen to them, so can it happen to me? All right. So I would want to introduce our first leader. This is an amazing lady, and her name is Grace Wambui Kariuki. Grace Wambui Kariuki works at Equity Group Foundation. Now, I know you can see her profile there. In GLN, we have what we call cohorts. And so a cohort is basically a class. So she was in cohort 29. Grace is an ILO certified SIYB trainer and mentor. Probably she'll tell us what SIYB means for those ones of us who are not in the training profession. Yes, and a lot about Grace. Grace is a PhD graduate fellow from the Kenyatta University. Grace is also a National Police Service Inspector. Grace, something else about Grace, something very interesting. She's also a Sunday school minister. I mean, my goodness, she carries so many hats. Huh? I don't even know how she does this. But Grace is somebody who has been through this course. She's a certified trainer. So Grace, would you please tell us why you joined GLN and what the value was after you finished? I wish to welcome you, Grace. Karibu sana to this. This is your moment. Go ahead and tell us how GLN has transformed your life. Yes, we can see you, Grace. It's your moment.
Welcome, leaders, all of you. Hi, and how are you? Yes, my name is Grace Kariuki, and I'm a graduate of GLN cohort 29, as you have been told. And I want first to congratulate you for joining this course. This course, personally, I have been through so many trainings after trainings. But what stood out for me is that I came to learn just one thing, that leadership is a privilege. We are not the most qualified. We are not the most skilled. We are not the most knowledgeable. We are not even the most available. But it is by the grace of God that you and I are here as leaders. And leadership does not start at workplace. No, it starts from home. At home, you're either a brother, a sister, you're a husband, you're a wife, you're a child, and your parents are asking you to take leadership, in something. They have a project. They are thinking of doing something. At that point, when you're called upon to give your ideas, to give direction, that is where leadership fast. Technology is changing and all that. We have only just to be prepared. We have to be equipped. We have to be sharpened because things are changing step by step. The members we have, the families we have, the children, even in Sunday school, the children we have right now, the ones we are bringing up, the ones we are interacting with, the people we are working with are very different from the ones who were there 5 years ago. So one thing about the training, the masterclass you're just about to start, is that you learn today, and tomorrow as you go to work, tomorrow as you minister, we have our pastors here. Tomorrow as you minister to the congregation, tomorrow as you go and interact with the customers that you're training. I've seen a few of my colleagues here who are in the training space. As you go to meet the customers, you are so equipped, you're so confident, you're so well equipped to handle any other thing because things are coming up different from what we knew. So I want to encourage all of us to sign up and also be consistent. You will come to learn. 12 weeks are so few You won't even notice. Something else that have stood out for me is that this masterclass is so different from the rest. As I have told you, there's a lot of application. It is all about application. What we have done before in the many courses that we have attended, we attend and the facilitators know it all and it ends there. But here is a part of application. You're challenged. Whatever you have learned, go and work on it this week, then come back to us and tell us how did it go. Number two, there's a lot of network. I am telling you, the network here is not what we find in our day-to-day, the people interact with on a day-to-day basis at our places of work, the schools we have gone to. No. It's so different. We have all people coming from all walks of life. And so you find that their way of thinking is so different from our way of thinking. Probably we have procedures, where we come from, but here you find people who are helping you, challenging you, think outside the box, which is very important. Then something else that I will forever be grateful for joining this masterclass is that I learned that leadership should go beyond me. It is not all about grace. No, it is about the generation that I'm bringing up. And let me tell you what I did. After our graduation, I observed something. And this is what I'm so excited about when I think about GLN. When we went for the graduation, when we were graduating last month, I observed something. That people came along with their children, and they were running the show. The children were doing this and that. They were in the technology space. They were showing the slides. They were taking photos, the mics and all that. And I was like, I would like to introduce my children to what I do, because if they grow without knowing what I do, they may never want to do what I do. So I picked that from that interaction. I picked it, and I have been, as you heard, I've been in different spaces, but all along I've never taken, including my own children, to those places. So what happened? I was invited last week on Saturday. I was invited to do some leadership training for some high school prefects. And I carried along my child, and I went with her to take notes and then to tell me what she has learned. And I can tell you, if I never attended this class, I wouldn't think, how do I impact? Because it's not about us. It is about the generation that is coming after us. We want them to go to places that we never went. We want them to do stuff that we never did. We want them to be creative, innovative, and do even greater than us. So we can only get that concept. I only personally got that concept from here, and I have started in my small way, practicing it and doing it one by one. So leadership is a completely long journey, but an exciting one. And step by step, there are always changes coming up. So the best we can do is to join and walk this journey together. Personally, even after graduation, I was asking myself, now what next? So by the grace of God, is another course coming up for strategic leadership. So I am already signed up for that one. So this is the only way we can sharpen our skills as leaders so that we are very confident, even as we are leading others. And remember, it is about thinking globally. When God called us as leaders, he doesn't look at us in our village, in our community. No, he's looking at our impact out there globally. But now we will start small. And at the end of the day, we are going to transform the world in our different places. I want to congratulate you once again for coming. And I am already networked, as it were. We have people coming from Laikipia. We have our pastor coming from Mukunda. So if we go to Mukunda, all of us from here, we will not be stranded. If we have some assignment there, all of us here, we know there's someone we can call Doreen. She's in Laikipia and she can always help us. So that is the beauty and the richness that we have in this. So I want to encourage you, if you have someone I'm very sure you have a person that you'd like to benefit from this. Kindly let them come in, invite them, let them come and say, at the end of the day, I thank God for you, you introduced me to this course. So that is me. And once again, congratulations. ILO means International Labour Organization. This is the highest certifying body in the world for any trainer. And then SIYB is start and improve your business. So I do from starting, how do you start a business? How do you generate a business idea until the end of that process? It's a big process. So thank you so much and God bless you. I look forward to a great interaction and kindly invite me for your graduation. I enjoyed myself. So I look forward to also coming for your graduation so that I celebrate God together with you. Thank you and back to you, Ruth.
Wow, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Grace. Let me give honor to who honor is due. Thank you so much, Dr. Grace. That is inspiring. Leadership starts from home. And yeah, thank you for applying what you saw in GLN. We'll move to the next person. As we said, we are international. Elise Mutabazi is from Equity Bank. He works at Equity Bank Rwanda. He's an operations manager. He's a branch operations manager in Equity Bank Rwanda. And as a leader in his own right, I just want him to tell us how GLN has transformed his life. So Elise, this is your floor. Go ahead and you're very welcome.
Thank you, Ruth. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah. As Ruth said, I'm Elise Mutabazi. I'm a banker. Yeah, I joined Equity for last 12 years. So I have an experience of 12 years in the banking industry. So I'm very excited to be with you this evening to share with you all about this program, GLN program of equipping leaders, different leaders. So it is a good time for me, as I can say, leadership grows. It's like a child. If you are a parent, all of us, we see the growing of a child from childhood up to maturity. So I think leadership, it is grow from one level to another. So though I have all this experience from banking, GLN has impacted me and has added a significant value to my working, to my daily working. As I can share, recently message received, as you know, as a banker, we receive every day customers. We work with I worked with my colleagues, but there is a really touching message I received after getting this training. I think it is the first time I received this feedback in my experience. There's one customer shared me, actually write this message to our MD. I was not aware, but he write the message, then the MD share this message to different colleagues and the members of Equity Bank. She said, it is a customer, she said, there is a branch operations manager called Elise Mutabazi. He is incredibly professional, gave me excellent service. His interaction with his team was just amazing. It is a testament to the good leadership of the bank. Wow, that I was really excited once I read this. Actually, it was my colleagues from different branches send me this message, say that just read this message. Congratulations, congratulations. They gave me a lot of congratulations.
Okay, we seem to be having a network challenge from Elise's side.
To lead that.
Okay, we lost you a bit. Elise, you're breaking. Huh? Yeah, I think there should be a network challenge from his side. Okay. Yes, Elise, maybe you can try and see.
Yeah. Is it okay now?
Now it is okay. Now it is okay. So we lost you. We lost you at the place where you are saying that you've been getting congratulations from all over the place after the commendation from one of your customers through your MD. Yes, you can continue. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even the MD himself, he congratulated me. So I was very excited. Actually, I saw the impact of getting this training from GLN after getting this feedback from the customer. So I was transformed from being a manager to a leader. Now I'm a leader, not a manager, because there is a difference between, as we learned from lesson 6, say that the difference between leaders and managers. So now I can say like 2 or 3 different. A leader is generating a vision. The second, a leader focus on long term. The third one, leader build the relationship. And another last one, a leader take risks, while a manager generate goals and objectives. A manager focus on short time. Another one, manager build system and structure. The last one, manager control risk. So with all this thing I was doing, I was actually becoming a leader, because I have built a relationship through my colleagues and outside to the customers. That is what I received from the customer, even from my colleagues. So as I conclude, I can say that you who have joined this program, you will never regret, because it is a right place, it is a right way to become a good leader, from your home, a good leader from your working working environment, from everywhere, from church, from different places. I think you will see the fruit after getting this training. You will never regret. So I congratulate you for joining this program, and keep growing and keep running, and learning. There is no end of learning. Every day it's a learning day, and this is a privilege you got of learning an important things you will apply in everywhere. Thank you so much. Back to you, Ruth.
Thank you very much, Elise. I personally live so inspired. I will not add anything lest I dilute. But I just want to acknowledge there is a lot of thumbs up that's coming from the chats. Yes, Doreen, we saw your thumbs up. Jerry, yes, you introduced yourself as a procurement professional. Michael Dominion, we can see your thumbs up. Yes, so yeah, we appreciate. Yes, I had seen another chat. Somebody had said they are glad they have joined. I don't know where that chat has disappeared to, but I hope you haven't changed your mind. And I hope, yeah, you're still glad that you joined. Okay, so we'll move to the next person. George Douglas Ower. He does not work at Equity. Yes, lest somebody thinks that this is an equity thing. Yes, so George Douglas Award is a businessman, and he's just going to tell us how. I'm sure by this time you can see the diversity of the participants or the leaders that are in this network. Thank you, Peter. Oh yeah, thank you. Peter, yes, you're grateful that you've been able to join. Okay, fine. I get why you deleted it. Yeah. Oh, thank God you did not change your mind. All right. Yeah, karibu sana. Peter, you're in the right place. So we want to listen to George so that he can tell us as a businessman why he joined GLN and why he's still here. So yes, George, it's your time. You're welcome. Just yes, let us know your experience.
Yes. Thank you, Ruth. Good evening, Transformers. My name is
Good evening.
As you've been told by Ruth, sorry. I'm George Ower, code 30. And welcome to be transformed, to be the next generation of good leaders. Me, when I joined this course, I really wanted to understand what was different from other leadership courses we've gone to. And as I went through it, I realized it is different in that they make you understand your strength in leadership, which kind of leader you are. Because most of us, when we came in, I didn't know even which, I would call myself a sanguine or I didn't know my personality type, sorry. So by the time I went through this, I could understand the kind of leadership style I have. And this helped me to improve in my place of business. But now I've come to realize that everybody is important in the workplace, from the smallest to the biggest. And also there's what our what do you call it? Our project we did was really influential in our lives. That it helped us to realize that even the young people can help us, the old people. So when I finished the course, I realized that performance in our office improved, that everybody felt useful. Is that everybody at the end of the week would sit down and look at the week the way it was, and everybody contribute, and these are enable us improve our performance, as also help us to know the match that what somebody can do. Is that look at the skills and everything they have. It helps you to put them in the right position. So you find that production improves. Also, number two, when we finished this course, I found my social capital had increased so much that now I have clients who formerly we were classmates in GLN. So you find that it helps for us people in business. Social capital is everything. So network here is very important for us. So I also pray that when you guys finish, you'll join us and become friends, and we can also help each other business-wise. And also, I came to realize that in everything we do, we should be able to train the younger people. You should have mentees. And I believe that some of you will be our mentees, is that when you finish this course and we're in the same business profession, we can link up and work together as a team. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, George. Yes, and thank you for telling us that, yes, we learn a lot here, including personalities. Yes, and how as a leader, you can use your personality effectively. Yeah. Okay, so as we go along, I'm just going to read more from the chats. Somebody, unfortunately, we only have the name of your phone. Sorry for joining late. Of course, you know who you are. You're welcome. Yeah, you're not really late. You're still going to get a lot from where you're joining us from. Peter Ndaba, thank you for joining. Yeah, even in all the tiredness, you still joined us. You're very welcome. Okay, so now we want to go to the next person, and this is our last leader who's going to give us their testimonial, and her name is Tabitha Nduta Matekwa. Tabitha she's a neurology nurse, and she's also a counseling psychologist. Tabitha is an alumni, and maybe I can just preempt, yeah, because there's something very exciting that she has done in her project. And I think this is something you need to look out for as she does her presentation. And this is the final person. So as Tabitha is unmuting and also showing her video, yes, we acknowledge Oliver said, we acknowledge you. It's okay. Yes, Oliver, you're welcome. You're very welcome. We are just hearing from the alumni who have joined who have been through the masterclass, and they're just telling us why they joined and what they took home and why they are still here even after they've graduated. Okay, Vitalis, yes, thank you. You're happy to join the team of great leaders. Indeed, we are happy to have you as well. We look forward to interact with you more and more. Okay, I don't know whether you wanted to say that on the chat and that's why your hand is up. If that is all, maybe for now, let me just read your, now that I've read your comment, it's okay. You can, we can actually move on. And Tabitha, this is your moment. Go ahead and tell us more about your experience in GLN.
Yes, thank you very much. My name is Tabitha Matekwa, just as you have heard. I'm a nephrology nurse. Nephrology means something to do with the kidney. So I am trained nurse who has been working with the kidney patients like for the last 15 years. Then when I trained counseling psychology, I was assigned duty to take care of kidney patients. I counsel them when they're starting dialysis, when they want to prepare for transplantation. So that's what I do. I support them together with their relatives. So in GLN, I have learned so many things. It has actually been a walk of faith and love with several networks that I have discovered. I needed to be disciplined because there was always every week a book review. At the same time, I had to evaluate the lesson for the week. There was a reflection for that week, and every time I would find myself busy. It's good to understand that, yes, I am busy from 8 to 4, but I would create time, and that is a life of discipline so that I can continue to be a great leader. At the same time, there's one thing I learned, that leadership is like beauty. Wherever it passes, everyone notices. And let me tell you, even as you plan to join this class, remember you are a great leader and people will realize the beauty that is inside you because there is a transformation that is going to be inside you, even as you pass around or even as you interact with other people. I have learned that leadership is influence because you'll be able to influence other people in your sphere of wherever you work. And leadership starts with self. Leadership is servanthood, where you need to serve other people. And as a leader, you need to be very sensitive. A leader must have a vision and even a strategy on how to achieve that particular vision. A leader has potential even to bring a lot of transformation. Just remember that it's not about those people who are above you, but even in a small way, be it at home, be it in church, wherever you are just a great leader. A leader is able to identify a gap and seek to close the gap. And even as I was with my partner, George Ward, when we were doing a project, we did a project on reverse mentorship. We were supposed to write a proposal, of which I'm sure even you people you will. And in cohort 30, of which we were in, we did that project on reverse mentorship, where we identified that there's a challenge on reverse mentorship in corporate organization, and we came up with a proposal where because we realized that there is an issue to do with the knowledge, the skill, and the culture, and even the communication. As people practice reverse mentorship, there's going to be a change in so many things. And in reverse mentorship, you hook up a young person with an old employee, and a young employee and an old employee, and when you hook them up, we learn from each other, because all of us has got something to learn from each other. Otherwise, before we've been used to people doing mentorship where you get a young person to be mentored by an old employee. But now here we are doing, both of them are benefiting from each other. The old is benefiting and the young peer together is benefiting. By doing reverse, we seek to close the gap by knowledge sharing. That's benefit to self, the mentor, and even the mentee, and even the organization. And there's also going to be a course that is going to be cut on training, because we are going to be learning from each other. Sometimes you don't even need to go to class. And me and George, we are planning to escalate this project further, because we realize there is a great gap even in most of the corporate organizations. And this week I wrote an abstract also to present in our conference in June at our working place. And my boss called me to ask me, what is this you wrote about? And I told her, I have an idea, and this idea is the one I want to bring out so that we can also work on it, even as a nephrology community, or the community that deals with kidney patients. So reverse mentorship can be practiced anywhere. So as we think global, we are leading local in just wherever we are, and slowly we are transforming the world. You are the leader the world has been waiting for. So remember, this is not just a class like any other. There is impartation, there is change. Thank you very much.
Wow. Yeah, thank you, Tabitha. I apologize. I think I said you are a neurology nurse. I understand the term is nephrology. So thank you so much. Thank you for your testimonial and what you have told us about the project that you're working on. Something that is exciting, reverse mentorship. Looking forward to see that work, because we believe in a transformed society, and this is something that is actually going to transform our society. I will hand over this program to the CEO and founder of this organization. I know this is the moment most of us have been waiting for, to get more details. And so without further use of time, just want to hand it over to Joseph, and then you can take us from this point. Karibu.
Thank you so much, Ruth, and leaders, great. Welcome to Home of Leaders, where we connect, we learn, and we belong. And as you can see from the testimonial, actually, whoever has gone through this program They always feel that they are part and parcel of a network. This is it's a network. So once you are done, actually you feel you belong to this family. And I'll just run you through a brief overview just to connect with what the facilitators have, the testimonials that we have listened to, and conclude this by sharing an overview of the program. But I want just to pause here and ask a few questions. One of the questions that I want us to ponder, because this masterclass is about reflection mostly, and I want you to think about the best leader you ever worked with. The best leader you ever worked with. What is that one quality that you can relate with from that leader? And we could do this on the chat, just sample a few. The best leader, one leader that you feel like, wow, this was a leader. What is that one quality of that leader that really makes you feel he or she was outstanding? I could sample maybe 2 or 3 because of time. The best leader on the chat. That one quality that you remember about that leader. Yeah, I'm sure all of us now just trying to think around the various leaders that you have worked with, trying to figure out, yeah, humble and down to earth. Thank you so much, Lorna. I'm sure we are all thinking around who was that leader. Sometimes it's a bit, sometimes you might realize there are not very many. Yeah, there may not be very many. And we might try to really look at those qualities, try to search for them. First is actually to identify the leader first. Yeah, humble and very positive, ability to develop others. Yeah, ability to delegate. He was a good mentor, and many others. I can see the chat is flowing. Bishop Ben Zomot, he was a team leader. Yeah, I see my best leader was empathetic. Okay, just what you are saying, a very understanding guy who offered opportunities. Wonderful. And let's reverse this. Think about the worst leader you worked with. Wow, I know sometimes this is not very interesting, but it happens. It happens. Again, I don't know what quality really made you feel like, wow, if I have another choice to work with another leader, probably I may not go for this leader. Do you have such kind of a leader? Have you worked with such kind of a leader? And probably, would you be comfortable again just mentioning what really made you feel like there's a lot of something is lacking in this leader? Maybe the kind of quality, the kind of leadership you offered. Is there something that you can relate with that really made you feel this was not a leader that I would want to work with again? I'm using the word worst leader. It may not be the best word, but yeah, he was quarrelsome. He was inhuman. Okay, can see hypocritic, jealousy, self-centered. And I think as we talk about these qualities, there are qualities that I feel even me as a person, I may not really want to relate with. And I believe this is what is happening to all of us. So how would I like to be described? How do I want people to think about me as a leader? Because leadership is who I am. In this masterclass, we say that leadership is a lifestyle. It's not something that I put on and off. I am a leader when I like it, or when I feel like it, when I'm in that office, wherever I am. And this has come out from the testimonial. So the masterclass will provide an opportunity to reflect on self-awareness, self-reflection, a lot of self-reflection. In this masterclass, we allow you to walk around in the mind. Just get out, look at something. If it triggers you to think about something beyond the class, this is where we have that space. Self-leadership will also be another pillar that we'll talk about quite repeatedly in this masterclass. So let me just share the scope. The beauty with this masterclass, it's an all-rounded masterclass. It's a 360 in terms of how to apply. You can apply at a personal level, at an inner circle level, maybe at a family setup. You can apply in the organization to lead a team. In the community, voluntary leadership. So whoever is here, you will just be picking what you can apply according to your leadership spaces. But it's a 360 masterclass which you can apply across. There are some key attitudes. Actually, by the time we conclude this masterclass, these keywords will have been embedded in us, inscribed in us. We'll be thinking more, talking more of generational leadership, talking more about global focus, being purpose-centered, vision-driven, strategic thinking, transformation, keywords, networking, collaboration, teamwork, creativity, and innovation. And you can pick this again also from the alumni. And that means actually the discussion is all around the words that we're talking about here. There's so much embedded in us even after. And the beauty is that we practice them, we engage throughout just to be able to cultivate some of these qualities that we are talking about. In this masterclass is where we learn and relearn. And I'm happy this was an expectation from one of you. So we'll be ready. Sometimes you realize there's a strategy you've been using, but you get to this masterclass and you just pick something very new, something very unique, something very fresh. And from there, you have to adjust your leadership. You have to unlearn and relearn some new strategy. We hope we could be able to help you lift your leadership bar. Yeah, optimize your leadership potential and impact, and just lift up your leadership bar. I don't know you're joining us at what level. Is it at level 1, level 5? But our hope is that we'll take you 1, 2, 3 bars up before you conclude this masterclass. So there are some goals here just to be able to provide space for us to reflect on leadership. The critical role of leadership. Sometimes we feel that we have not given leadership the emphasis it requires. It's a very, very important topic, but we hide it in other programs. We try to squeeze it somewhere. Yeah, we're talking about accounting and then we squeeze it there. No, we feel like we need to give it the light it deserves, the time it deserves, the attention that it deserves. So we also hope to bridge the leadership gap. There is a leadership gap. We have a whole session on that that we'll embark on later on. Then enhance self-care and self-awareness. Leaders, very, very important to pause sometimes and just think about ourselves. We had a summit and we took our leaders out for an overnight and we told them, this is self-care. Pay yourself, go somewhere, relax, sleep well, and just think about yourself so that you can have something to continue pouring in the cups of other leaders. Again, dynamic. We are in a dynamic world. We need to grow our capacity to respond to issue in a dynamic way. Cultivate resilience in leadership, and then promote networking and collaboration. So these are the goals, and I may not go into the nitty-gritty of all this because, again, we'll handle this in details. But for us as GLN, we are change movers. Yeah, we are change movers. You can see this scenario here of a speaker was just giving a talk, and he asked 3 questions. The first question is, who wants to change? And who wants change? And everybody said, we want change. We all know something that should be fixed somewhere. And then he asked, who wants to change so that you can be the answer to the change? And what happened? The hands went down. But when he asked the third question, who wants to lead the change? He was left alone. And this is where GLN is coming in, so that we can be able to lead change. This is also connected with the project proposal. We are saying there are issues. Can we come up with solutions as leaders? Can we make a step to offer a solution? Can we be the drivers of change? Yeah. The pivotal role of leadership, we are saying that the success and growth of an organization, it rests in the strength of its leaders. If I grow as a leader, it means I have given the organization an opportunity to grow. Even the people that are working within me, they also have the space to grow. So as we grow, we give space for others to grow. And John Maxwell said that everything rises and falls on leadership. That's how critical a leadership is all. Leadership is at the center. We have policies, we have tools, we have technology, we have finances. But all this without that center, that human aspect, that people-driven processes, then all these other ones may not be able to work or may not be able to achieve certain objectives. And that's why we really want to emphasize on the critical role of leadership. We'll talk about some case studies. And one of the case studies that we look at is South Korea, the success factors of this country. A very small country, yet it's transforming the world. We have global products from Korea all over the world, from a small country of 100,000 kilometers square compared to Kenya, which is 580,000 kilometers square. This is a challenge to us as leaders, and I'm sure as we look at some of these case studies, they will provoke us to think more about our leadership, think more about our organization, and think more of the resources that we have and how we can be able to tap from those resources. We have this interesting African proverb: an army of sheep led by a lion will always defeat an army of lions led by a sheep. It's all about who is in front. You might have resources, but if we don't have a leader, then those resources remain dormant. We might have the capacity, we might have people that have capacity, but those people might be yearning for one thing. Can we get a leader that can help us to be able to achieve much in life? I'm reminded of the third president of this country. He came and made us feel like giants. He really provoked this country, and we can see the level of growth that we have experienced. That is a lion that was leading this country. So leadership determines the state and direction of its people. We'll be talking about the power of vision. We really want to be very clear as leaders. Look at that car and you see some level of confusion, no direction. This is what we are saying, that leaders, as we continue with this conversation, we want to be clear. We want to have that clarity. As Peter Drucker said, that the leader's first task is to be the trumpet that sounds a clear sound. It's our hope that as we go through this masterclass, we'll be more refined, our visions will be more refined at a personal level, at an organizational level. There'll be no confusion. When you're talking with the people, people can be able to tell your direction. People can be able to really connect with your thoughts and be able to even understand your communication. Bridging the leadership gap, as I said, look at these pictures, and we see companies that were doing very well, but some of them are no more. And this speaks to the issues of leadership, the leadership gap. A study was done by the World Economic Forum, and 86% of the respondents indicated that there is a leadership gap. And I'm sure today, if we do a sample from the 35 of us, we'll all indicate some gaps that we have noticed regarding leadership. And therefore, we'll want to have this conversation about the leadership gap and what we can do to be able to bridge this leadership gap. And actually, the training itself is a response, is an answer to the leadership gap. Whatever we learn here, I'm sure will help us to be able to scale up our leadership. And again, we have the enhanced self-awareness and self-care, very important. How well do we understand ourselves as leaders? And I want you to pause and look at these triangles. How many triangles can you see? Just allow me a minute just to take probably 2 or 3 respondents here. How many triangles can you see? We're talking about self-awareness. How well do I understand myself? George has talked about the personality, that in the masterclass he was able to connect with his personality, leverage the strength of that personality, and see how to work with other personalities. Yeah. So can I take probably just two responses? How many triangles can you see? Yeah. How many can you see? As we climax this discussion tonight, I know already we've really painted the picture of the masterclass, and I'm sure whoever has listened to the testimonial, listened to what I've already shared, I'm sure we are already ready to go. Okay, I want to sample 2. So let me get 2 volunteers. 2 volunteers. Okay. I know he's trying to count. Maybe some of us are using our phones. A bit struggle a little bit. But let's see. Okay. Any two volunteers? How many? And in this masterclass, we say there's no right or wrong answer. It depends the perspectives. Okay, Winfred 16, Michael 22, maybe one more, and we'll be ready to go. 16, 22, and we are all looking at the same diagram. We have 12, we have 18. It's the same one, and all the perspectives are right. We have 30, we have 32. Surprisingly, they are 24. They are 24. So in the masterclass, we'll share a lot. Next week, we'll be taking you through the commitments, how we critique without criticizing each other, but we appreciate the perspectives and try to understand how did this person arrive at 30 and the other one at 16. But the main message here is how deeply have we taken time to be able to get to the root of our personality. This masterclass will help us just to slow down a little bit, use some tools, reflect, be able to connect more deeply with our personality. There is this global leader pyramid, and it talks about from the 5 levels. The first stage, or the level 1, is about self-awareness. And if we miss out on self-awareness, we miss out on the strategy, we miss out on the vision. So all the other levels are actually anchored on this. We also talk about the iceberg model that actually talks about, again, all the other aspects are anchored on the clarity of ourselves, how clearly we understand ourselves. But do you know, surprising enough, studies show that 90% of people presume to be self-aware, while only 10 to 15% actually self-aware. This is a big challenge, and is an issue that we felt as a masterclass, we need to spend some more time here so that we can reflect on this. Self-care, as I said, will take some time. The 2 hours are our self-care moments. If you are there for Tuesday class, block those as your self-care moment. You pour into your cup, and then you pour into your leader's cup. You pour in yourself so that you can be able to have something to be able to pour to other people's cup. And this is not being selfish. It's actually being proactive. It's actually being more valuable. It's actually helping our teams to be able to achieve more. On board a plane, there's this announcement that is always done, that in case of emergency, put on your oxygen mask first before you can help someone else. Many times we try to help other people, but we have not really been able to equip ourselves in a position that we can be of great help to others. Yeah, so taking care of ourselves enables us to be able to help others much, much better. And someone said, Erin Urbanis, she said that my secret to success is making sure that my cup is full so I can pour into my team, my organization, and my industry. So leaders, this will be our self-care moment. As we go out for the retreats at the appropriate time, those will be our time and moments just to be able to reflect. And then cultivate resilience. Leaders, we are leading in a very dynamic and a very fragile environment. We are leading in an environment with new emerging challenges. And therefore, that aspect of having high level of resilience, the bouncing back power, the capacity not to give up, yeah, just as Abraham Lincoln demonstrated, faced a lot of setbacks, but he was able to stand strong until he achieved his vision. And that's the spirit here. That's the spirit of resilience. Yeah, and this is what he said, that success is going from failure to failure without losing your enthusiasm. So we want to focus more on building the inner strength to get back on track despite the bumps and hurdles, because we are assured that we shall have the hurdles, but again, when we focus on developing our capacity and our resilience, we can be able to withstand such challenges. And then we have developed dynamic leaders. Again, we are living in a volatile world, uncertain world, complex world, a world full of ambiguity. Yeah, the environment is unfamiliar. We cannot predict that whatever response or action we take will give us the results that we desire. And I'm just using probably a case of COVID, when leaders were saying, we're not sure We are testing out, we are trying out. It might work, it may not work, but we're not sure, but we have to do something. That's the environment that we are leading in. And that's the conversation that we shall have together in this masterclass so that we are able to help each other become better leaders wherever we are. Finally, promote networking and collaboration and creativity, and we have talked about this. We have had events that help us to be able to work together more as a team, not isolated. And George has alluded to this. We want to focus more on a team B where we can collaborate, where we can work together. Because when people work together, they're actually able to achieve more, they have a happier life, and you realize they are able to create some synergy. This is the spirit of GLN. These are some of the activities we have undertaken in the past. We normally go out for the retreat during the graduations, and there are a lot of activities that we undertake when we are out there as a team. So we'll have the time to do that. And then finally, we have the structure of the masterclass. We've spoken about this. Some of you have called us. We have shared the information online, but the masterclass is in 4 stages. We have the coursework from the book, Becoming a Global Leader. So we'll be sharing this book. It has 16 modules. Then we have weekly book review, which Tabitha has alluded to. This will be based on the book, The Purpose-Driven Leader. We'll be guiding you every week. And then a project proposal. Yeah, we'll put you in the teams, and then we'll come up with a project proposal. We shall guide you, and then we shall conclude with a course evaluation. So the masterclass or the manual is in 3 levels. Level 1, self-awareness. Level 2, redefining leadership. And then level 3, developing and deploying your leadership. Level 4 is basically coming back to be able to facilitate and offer your opportunity or your time to be able to equip other leaders. So the program we run for 12 weeks, 1 session per week for 2 hours. You choose one, and already we have done that through the registration, either Tuesday, Thursday, or Saturday, which we have already noted from your registration. This will be a virtual class. Sometimes we have physical class, but for this cohort, it will be virtual. So cohort 32, that is the Tuesday class. 33, sorry, that will be the Tuesday class, which will be starting next week on 30th. And then cohort 34, this will be the Thursday class. We'll be starting next week on 1st June at 8 p.m. And then cohort 35, the Saturday class, will be starting next week on 3rd June at 8 p.m. So we'll be able to communicate more. At a certain point, we'll create some communication platforms so that we can be able to engage. We have a cohort 32, which is ongoing. So again, all in a week, we are running 4 cohorts. What is the cost? Nothing of value comes without a cost. The first cost is time. For a leader, time is precious, and we note that and we respect that. And we know this is the highest cost that you will pay. Your time, your 2 hours every week, that's what we are requesting for. And I'm sure those 2 hours will be rewarding for you and will be rewarding for the team. Financially, we have already communicated. If you pay before we start the masterclass, you will pay 5,000. But if you pay after commencement of the masterclass, then you will pay 8,000, but you can spread the amount in installments. Authenticity and relationally, there'll be a lot of discussion in groups. Sometimes we'll put you in some groups to have some conversation. So relationally, we'll have to open up. We request you to open up, and that's also a cost. Vulnerability, just sharing my personal stories with the other leaders. That's also another cost that we shall encounter. So leaders, I just want to, again, echo what we have said, just to appreciate you and to acknowledge your interest to be able to join this masterclass. We really want to assure you that we are ready for you. We've prepared ourselves. The facilitators are ready, and we are ready to hit the road going. And we want to listen in the next cohorts, the testimonials from this cohort, because the ones that we have worked with, they have seen something, they have discussed and shared with you. We are looking forward to work together with you this journey. And then towards the end, allow you an opportunity to be able to share your story with other leaders. So with that, we come to the end of the presentation. And at this juncture, we just want to pause for 5 minutes. And these 5 minutes will take some comments from your end. In case there are any questions that you require some clarification, I want to take this opportunity just to be able to respond to that. Otherwise, there is a team that is engaging with you. I'm sure you've been called, and we shall also continue engaging with you until the classes are up and going. The materials are being distributed. Some of you have already received the materials. Some of you will be receiving tomorrow and in the course of the week. And by Tuesday, we shall ensure that you all have the materials and we are ready to commence our sessions. So leaders, could I pause there and just allow for comments either on the chat or again, maybe if we could also allow a few just to unmute and maybe. So let me just check on the chat. Lorna, I see on the chat, thanks so much. Looking forward to sharpening my leadership skills. Lorna, what? Okay. So this is the time just to pick a few comments. Tabitha, thank you. Every class is a learning moment. I'm sure even the alumni today, we have been able to learn something new, including myself from these discussions. Okay. Looking forward. Thank you so much, Michael. So we are picking any question, any comment. I'm happy. I see most of you are actually ready to go. Looking forward. Okay, happy to note this. Doreen, thank you so much. From Laikipia. Is graduation physical or virtual? Yes, Doreen, graduation is physical. And we'll share the details as we continue with the sessions. We had a recent graduation in April, and we'll also be having another one in November. And this team is among the teams that could be graduating in November as well. So it's physical, Doreen. That's also an opportunity for you to be able to connect because we've been meeting virtually. That presents an opportunity for you to be able to meet with other leaders. Thank you so much, Doreen. Teresia, thank you. Very informative introduction and looking forward. Wow, thank you, Teresia. Okay, maybe we could take one more in case there is any. Our numbers are already with you. We have already shared our numbers. The number for Edith, who is our secretary, the number for Mwangi, who is in charge of administration. My number I've also shared, so just feel free to engage with us. In case you have any question, just feel free to be able to connect with us. Waiting to learn and be transformed, preparing to be in class. The course is the same for all the cohorts, right? Yes. All the cohorts will be going through the same program. It's only the preference of the day, yeah, but the modules each week will be the same. And in case you are in a Tuesday class, you happen to miss for one reason or another, you can plug in for a Thursday class because we're handling the same modules each week. Thank you so much, Peter, for that. Yeah, we really want to ensure that we have addressed, especially any question. I see most of you are ready to start, and I'm happy about that. Peter, I believe we are okay now. It's clear. Is there a certificate ready for the session? Yes, Jacqueline, there is a certificate that will be issued during the graduation. Peter, thank you. You have acknowledged that it's now clear. Good. So, leaders, I think we can pause there. We had slotted our time from 8 to 9:30, and I see it's now 9:31, and time for us is very important. It's the same thing that we shall be observing during our sessions. We'll ensure that we start on time and also we end on time. So I want again to say thank you so much, leaders. Feel free to engage with us, and we shall also engage you until we are on and we are ready to go. So thank you so much. Ruth, is there something that you may wish to comment on as we close?
I don't have anything extra to add. I think the interaction was good, and just want to welcome the new people. It's going to be a very, very exciting journey. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, leaders. Thank you for your time. And we just want to wish you a blessed night. And we want to say God bless you. We look forward to connecting with you, and we look forward to walking together this journey of leadership so that we can better our leadership as we lead global, as we will continue to transform our generation, and as we continue to impact the people that have been entrusted to us. I want to say thank you so much, and God bless you, and have a blessed night.